Okay, let's go.
Jazzy Joe's Autograph Adventures.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Jazzy Joe's Autograph Adventures, India's very first web series where I show you the top 10 autographs based on a different theme in every episode. Once again, before we begin, I'd like to thank you all so much for the great amount of love, support and feedback that you have given me for the last 25 episodes. Yes, we have done 25 episodes so far. All your support is greatly appreciated and it makes me want to show you many more autograph records from my collection. So, thank you. This time, we are talking about the top 10 popular classical artists in my autograph collection. These are the classical musical artists who have made their name and fame and respect from people all over the world. And our first classical artist was accorded India's second highest civilian honor, the Padma Vibhushan, in 1989. Nominated 5 times for the Grammy Award, he was also a recipient of the MacArthur Fellowship and the National Endowment for the Arts' National Heritage Fellowship. I am talking about Ali Akbar Khan Sahab. Ali Akbar Khan was an Indian Hindustani classical musician of the Mehar Gharana, known for his virtuosity in playing the sarod. Trained as a classical musician and instrumentalist by his father Alauddin Khan Sahab, he also composed numerous classical ragas and film scores. He established a music school in Calcutta in 1956 and the Ali Akbar College of Music in 1967, which moved with him to the United States and is now based in California with a branch in Switzerland. Khan was instrumental in popularizing Indian classical music in the West, both as a performer and as a teacher. He first came to America in 1955 on the invitation of violinist Yehudi Menuhin and later settled in California. He was a distinguished adjunct professor of music at the University of California, Santa Cruz. Khan was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1967 and the Padma Vibhushan in 1989 among other awards, and he also received 5 Grammy nominations over the course of his life. Now, I could not meet Ali Akbar Khan Sahab because by the time I started collecting autographs on LP records, he was not with us anymore. But I do have him in my autograph collection on a very special record which I want to show all of you, and which is this one. The name of this record is The Master Musicians of India, Ravi Shankar and Ali Akbar Khan. And it's a very special record of both the Indian classical masters performing together. And on the back cover you can see the details of the ragas that are there. And Ravi Shankar ji is on sitar, Ali Akbar Khan Sahab is on sarod, and there are other artists too. But Ali Akbar Khan Sahab has signed on the front cover. It's a little bit faded, but he has signed and also written the date 21st July 1966. Our next classical maestro also has a PhD in music, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Limca Book of Records, an honorary doctorate from Bangalore University, and is a Padma Bhushan awardee. Yes friends, the legendary violinist Dr. L. Subramaniam. Lakshmi Narayana Subramaniam is an Indian violinist, composer and conductor trained in the classical Carnatic music tradition and Western classical music, and renowned for his virtuoso playing techniques and compositions in orchestral fusion. Since 1973, Subramaniam has amassed over 200 recordings to his credit, releasing several solo albums and recording collaborations with musicians from all around the world. Subramaniam has written works for orchestras, ballets, and Hollywood film scores, and written books on music, such as Euphony, in addition to composing symphonies and Carnatic pieces. The release of his albums, including Global Fusion in 1999, have brought Subramaniam widespread critical acclaim and popularity for his advanced playing. He founded and directs the Lakshmi Narayana Global Music Festival, a festival based in India. He has also composed the film scores for the films Salam Bombay and Mississippi Masala, directed by Meera Nair. I met Dr. L. Subramaniam quite a few times in Delhi because he comes to Delhi quite often to perform, especially for the Lakshmi Narayana Music Festival. And it's always a pleasure to meet him because he is very happy on seeing his LP records. Most of his records have been made abroad and I import them especially to get his autographs. And the record I want to show you is again a record of Dr. L. Subramaniam ji with other artists. A collaboration of his. Most of his records are collaborations, very few are solo records, and you can see at the back the tracks are mentioned. There are 6 tracks in this record, and there are also the details of the other artists, but he has signed in the front of the record writing to Jazzy Joe, all the best, L. Subramaniam. Our next classical artist in my collection was born in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, in a Marathi family where his father was a lawyer. And this maestro is today known as a great classical vocalist. Yes, I am talking about Pandit Ajay Pohankar. Ajay Pohankar is an Indian classical vocalist belonging to Kirana Gharana School of Hindustani Classical Music. Indian classical and Thumri maestro Pandit Ajay Pohankar is one of the senior most vocalists of the country in India today. His first guru was his mother Sushila Bai Pohankar, a classical vocalist and a musicologist of the Kirana Gharana. At a young age of 11, Pohankar was invited to perform at the annual Savai Ganudharva Musical Festival in Pune. His sister Swati Natekar is also a singer based in London. In 2009, Pohankar was awarded the Tansen Samman by the government of Madhya Pradesh. And in 2012, he was awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award, the highest award for performing artists, conferred by the Sangeet Natak Academy, India's National Academy for Music, Dance and Drama. I met Pandit Ajay Pohankar when he came to Delhi for a performance. And it was a great pleasure to meet him because he had this childlike joy when he saw his LP records and he autographed them. And the record that I want to show you is this one. This is a record called Rag Darpan. And you can see at the back there are quite a few photographs of Ajay Pohankar ji, and also the tracks are mentioned. But he has signed in the front right next to his photograph and his name, and a wonderful location for his autograph. A great part of my collection. Our next classical artist was born in Ahmedabad into a Gujarati business family with cultural and spiritual influences. In 1944, at the age of 17, he moved to Mumbai and started learning from sitar player Vilayat Khan Sahab. Yes, I am talking about Arvind Parikh. Arvind Parikh is an Indian classical sitar player who has been performing for over 6 decades. Associations with other musicians helped him in his research work. These musicians include B.R. Deodhar, Latafat Hussain Khan, Amir Khan, Niaz Ahmed, Fayaz Ahmed Khan, D.T. Joshi and Radhika Mohan Maitra. He has performed at musical festivals in India and Europe and has had concert tours in several parts of West Asia, Far East and Australia. Parikh is a regular performer on All India Radio. Parikh has compiled compositions and ragas in Sitar Guru and Bandish Parampara published by Nav Ras Records, UK. Parekh has been awarded the Gaurav Puraskar for the year 1997-98 by the Gujarat State Sangeet Natak Academy. He has also been awarded the National Award by Sangeet Natak Academy for Instrumental Music, that is Sitar, for the year 2003. He was also given India's third highest civilian award, the Padma Bhushan, in 2018. Although I have not met Arvind Parekh ji, but I do have him in my autograph records collection, and this is the record that I want to show all of you. It's called Melodious Music on Sitar by Arvind Parekh. And you can see at the back, the ragas are mentioned, and on this record is tabla accompaniment is by Ustad Muhammad Ahmad Khan Sahab, and you can see he has autographed at the back, writing with fond regards to Mrs. Dev and Mr. Dev from Arvind Parekh, and he's written the date 28th September 1984. Our next classical artist, born in Udaipur, Rajasthan, is the oldest son of Sarangi player Ram Narayan ji. He was taught music from an early age and began playing the sarod at the age of 7. Can you imagine? Ladies and gentlemen, Brij Narayan. Brij Narayan is an Indian classical music who plays the string instrument sarod. Narayan was born in the Indian state Rajasthan and began to study sarod from a young age under his father Ram Narayan ji and other teachers. He won the All India Radio Instrumentalist Competition in 1967 and accompanied his father on a tour of Afghanistan in 1969. Narayan graduated from the University of Mumbai in 1972 and has since worked on movies and toured Africa, Europe and America. In the 1970s and 80s, he toured Africa, Europe, America, and he recorded several albums, including a collaboration with Zakir Hussain. Narayan played in the 1978 movie Main Tulsi Tere Aangan Ki and composed music for the 1988 movie The Bengali Night by Nicholas Klotz, which starred Hugh Grant. He received the Dagar Gharana Award from the Mewar Foundation in 1996 and played on the 2002 album Music Detected by Deep Forest. Narayan was also awarded a Sangeet Natak Academy Award for Hindustani Instrumental Music, Sarod, for the year 2015. Once again, I met Brij Narayan ji when he came to Delhi for a performance, and he was very surprised to see his record, because the record, especially the one that I want to show you, is not made in India, it's an imported record, and this is the record. You can see it has a wonderful photograph of Brij Narayan ji in the front, and it is a record made abroad, and at the back you can see all the artists are mentioned and the tracks are mentioned, and Suresh Talwalkar ji is accompanying him on the tabla, but the autograph is in the front, and he has autographed mentioning the date 8th November 2016. Our next classical artist received his initial training from his maternal granduncle Ustad Nisar Hussain Khan, and he is also the nephew of Ustad Ghulam Mustafa Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Ustad Rashid Khan. Ustad Rashid Khan is an Indian classical musician in the Hindustani music tradition. He belongs to the Rampur Sahaswan Gharana and is the great-grandson of Gharana founder Inayat Hussain Khan. Rashid Khan gave his first concert at the age of 11, and the following year, 1978, he performed at an ITC concert in Delhi. In April 1980, when Nisar Hussain Khan moved to the ITC Sangeet Research Academy, that is SRA, in Calcutta, Rashid Khan also joined the academy at the age of 14. The Rampur Sahaswan Gayaki, that is style of singing, is closely related to the Gwalior Gharana, which features medium slow tempos, a full-throated voice, and intricate rhythmic play. Rashid Khan includes the slow elaboration in his Vilambit Khayals in the manner of his maternal granduncle, and also developed exceptional expertise in the use of sargams and sargam tankari, which is play on the scale. He is influenced with the style of Amir Khan and Bhimsen Joshi. He was awarded the Padma Shri as well as the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 2006. Now, once again, I met Rashid Khan Saab when he came to Delhi for a couple of performances. And it's always great to meet him because number one, to watch him perform. I'm a big fan. And number two, he's always helpful to autograph the records. He always appreciates his fans and he always autographs all the records that I get for him. And I want to show you a special record of Rashid Khan Saab, which is this one. This is the album Jan Gan Man with music by A.R. Rahman, and it's full of classical artists who have come together and sung the national anthem of India. And you can see the gatefold. There are photographs of some of the major artists in the album, and even at the back the photographs are there. And he has signed in the front with quite a few autographs. You can see Amjad Ali Khan Saab has signed in Urdu, and S.P. Balasubramaniam ji has signed, Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji has signed, Vishwa Mohan Bhatt ji has signed, Lata Mangeshkar ji has signed, Ustad Ghulam Mustafa Khan has signed, and Rahul Sharma has signed, and also Rashid Khan Saab has signed this very special record in my collection. And our next artist was born in Allahabad into an academic family. Her parents were both professors of English literature at Allahabad University, and both of them had a deep interest in Hindustani classical music and Kathak. Yes friends, I am talking about Shubha Mudgal. Shubha Mudgal is an Indian singer of Hindustani classical music. Her repertoire includes the genres of Khayal, Thumri, Dadra, and also Indian pop. She has received the Padma Shri in the year 2000. Shubha Mudgal started performing as a Hindustani classical singer in the 1980s and gained a certain reputation as a talented singer. In the 1990s, she started experimenting with other forms of music, including pop and fusion varieties. Her famous albums include Ali More Angana, Classically Yours, Ab Ke Sawan, Pyar Ke Geet, and Man Ki Manjiri, among others. In addition to her recordings and concerts, she briefly ran a website aimed at lovers of Indian classical music. Mudgal sang the title track of Star Plus's serial Diya Aur Bati Hum along with Kailash Kher. She also sang on the soundtrack of the film Mystic India. And I've got to meet Shubha Mudgal ji at a couple of her performances, and she is based in Delhi, so it gets easier to meet her. And the CD that I want to show you with her autograph is this one. This is a very special CD for me because being a DJ, it includes the one song of Shubha Mudgal ji which was played in clubs by DJs like me for the crowd, that is Ali More Angana. I think she is one of the very few artists whose songs have covered more genres than just the classical one. And you can see at the back the 9 songs in the CD are mentioned, but she has signed in the front of the CD cover right under her photograph. Our journey continues with our next classical artist who was born in 1938 in a very musical family. Her father, Vidwan A. Narayan Iyer, was a well-known exponent of Carnatic music, and her brother T.N. Krishnan was also a violinist. Yes, I am talking about the talented, Dr. Srimati N. Rajam. N. Rajam is an Indian violinist who performs Hindustani classical music. She remained professor of music at Banaras Hindu University, eventually became head of the department and the dean of the faculty of performing arts of the university. She was awarded the 2012 Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship, the highest honor in the performing arts conferred by the Sangeet Natak Academy, India's National Academy for Music, Dance and Drama. Rajam also received the prestigious titles of Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan from the Government of India. Rajam started her initial training in Carnatic music under her father. She also trained under M.S. Iyer and learned raga development from vocalist Omkar Nath Thakur. Under the guidance of her father, Rajam developed the Gaiki Ang, that is, the vocal style. Rajam has performed across the globe and in numerous places throughout India. I met Dr. N. Rajam at one of her performances in Delhi. Naturally a violin performance, and what a performance it was. It turned me into a lifetime fan, and the record that I want to show you of hers is this one. This is her solo record, one of her earlier recordings, and you can see a beautiful photograph in the front and again at the back, and there is quite a lot of information at the back about her along with the tracks, and the tabla in this record was by Sabir Khan Sahab, and you can see that she has signed in the front of the record writing best wishes, N. Rajam. Our next artist was born and brought up in the musical environment of the Delhi Gharana of music. Friends, I am talking about Iqbal Ahmed Khan Sahab. Ustad Iqbal Ahmed Khan is an Indian classical vocalist from Delhi Gharana. The Delhi Gharana is the oldest of the tabla gharanas and the first to establish improvisation rules. Delhi Gharana was founded in the early 18th century, most probably by Mian Sidar Khan Dadi, who is sometimes also referred to as the inventor of the tabla. As a young boy, Ustad Iqbal Ahmed Khan won many prizes and awards, including Amir Khusro Gold Medal. He is keeping up the family traditions as an active promoter of Amir Khusro's musical works. His compositions include music for various popular serials like Indra Sabha, Chadar Ka Tukda, Basant Bahar, Kala Vasna, Police File Se, Safar Ek Ishq Ka, etc. in National Network, and a documentary Qutub Minar and its monuments and sculptures. He was also awarded the Best Music Director in the year 1988 and composed music for telefilms Ek Pal Aur, Yaad-e-Ghalib, The Little Toy, Jang Abhi Jari Hai, Talash, and many more films and plays. I met Ustad Iqbal Ahmed Khan Sahab at a performance in Delhi, and it was great to meet him and to get his autographs, and he was very, very happy to give the autographs. And the photograph that I want to show you, it's a unique photograph, so I picked this item to show you, is this one. You can see what a lovely photograph of such an artist, and he has written "Music is Life," and he has autographed and also written the date, which is 19th February 2018. And we have saved a great artist for last. Our final popular classical artist in this episode started her career with dance, but during a period of illness, she had to give up dancing, and already having had a background of Carnatic music, she undertook learning Hindustani classical music for many years under Ustad Abdul Rahman Khan Sahab. Later, she also trained with Ravi Shankar ji, the sitar maestro. Yes, I think you all guessed who I am talking about, Srimati Lakshmi Shankar. Lakshmi Shankar was a noted Hindustani classical vocalist of the Patiala Gharana. She was known for her performances of Khayal, Thumri and Bhajan. She was the sister-in-law of sitar player Ravi Shankar and the mother-in-law of violinist L. Subramaniam, who we featured earlier in this episode. Lakshmi Shankar was also a dancer and an actor who started her journey as a dancer in Uday Shankar's troupe and ventured into playback singing after a tragic illness cut short her dancing career. Lakshmi is well known as the voice behind Mahatma Gandhi's favorite bhajan Vaishnav Janto in Richard Attenborough's acclaimed film Gandhi. Apart from collaborating with her brother-in-law Pandit Ravi Shankar on various projects like I Am Missing You, produced by George Harrison of the Beatles, Lakshmi also won a Grammy nomination in 2009 for Best World Music Album Traditional for Dancing in the Night. Lakshmi has shown her versatility and adaptability by composing music for Bharatnatyam for the leading dance company Shakti School of Bharatnatyam located in Los Angeles. Once again, I could not meet Lakshmi Shankar ji, but I do have her in my autograph collection on a very, very special and rare record. And this is that record. It is a record made in the USA and it's called Two Musical Traditions of India. And this particular record was sent to me by a very dear friend of mine, DJ Sunny Singh from Canada, who got it from the gentleman who had this record, and he picked it up. He traveled miles and miles to meet him and to pick up this record and send it to me. So thank you very much, Sunny Singh. Only a record collector can know how valuable this record is in my collection. Thanks a lot, DJ Sunny Singh. And you can see it's got a photograph of the two artists in the front, Dr. L. Subramaniam and Srimati Lakshmi Shankar ji. And it is at the back that the tracks are there and there is information, notes about Lakshmi Shankar ji and Dr. L. Subramaniam ji. And you can see that she has signed at the back. And not only her, you can clearly see that there are other autographs too. One is of L. Subramaniam ji, who has written with best wishes, L. Subramaniam, and he has put the date 19th November 1979. And the other one is of Zakir Hussain Saab, who was accompanying on this album, and you can see he has written with love to Aarti with his autographs. And finally, Lakshmi Shankar ji has also signed at the back, writing with best wishes, Lakshmi Shankar. And now we come to the end of this episode featuring autographs of popular classical artists in my collection. I hope all of you enjoyed the autographs, and if you did, please subscribe to this channel and like and share the videos so that I can make many more videos like this one for you. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for much more. You can also send any questions, suggestions or feedback to this email, jazzyautographs@yahoo.com. For all my autograph collector friends, happy collecting, and for everyone else watching, hope to see you in the next episode with 10 more autographs from 10 more celebrities based on a theme. Till then, take care and all the best.